Hey, playing some modded NASCAR Thunder 2004 tonight instead of watching F1, which is not in a good place right now. If you haven't seen this, let me bring you up to speed. NASCAR Thunder 2004 on PS2 is moddable now through PCSX2. There's an ex-iRacing Pro Series driver named Andrew Fayash and his Discord group 157 Studios who have built a modding tool for Thunder 04 on PS2. It's a bit convoluted to work, but it allows for custom skin packs, custom driver rosters, custom driver ratings, AI tweaking, career mode tweaking, all kinds of fun stuff possible with his tool. I figured, it'd be fun tonight. Let's just do a full distance race, showing it off. Figured out how to configure it. Got the AI speed to match me with a meta setup. This will be a competitive race. I'll just stream a race. Or rather, record it. Let's go. We're driving as Jason Leffler. Going to be doing the 2003 Pepsi 400, which the late Greg Biffle won. I have generally got all the paint schemes prepared ahead of time, so it'll be the real paint schemes that ran in the July Daytona race that year. I did not go through and hand curate the driver roster, so it'll be like 90% of the correct starters with respect to some of the field filler cars. It is what it is. It's close enough. Anyway, check out the car setup I'm running. Something I stole off YouTube. Always 30p at play tracks. There's the meta suspension setup. You want to run it tighter in qualifying than during the race. Tighter is faster in this game. But obviously you give up some handling in the draft. And here's the meta gear ratios. Let's go qualify. Now, before we qualify, got to activate the tool. Oh yeah. This is where the tool comes into play. You can use the tool to simulate qualifying times. And I think it's under live tools. Live controls. This is what I mean by it's convoluted. Yeah, this is what we got to do to play Thunder 04 modded. Connect to the game. Apply qualifying times. Disconnect? Yeah. Unpause. Pause again. See, we've got a whole new set of times that are closer to what I can run with my meta setup. Let's qualify the car. It just makes sense to drive a Pontiac here. Pontiac's last year in Cup competition. Probably the best looking car on the grid, but they didn't really have a competitive team. I think they only won once that whole season with Ricky Craven. And that was it. So let's drive as Jason Leffler. I think they had Jack Sprague as the driver for like the first half of the season. And he's the driver that appears in Thunder 04, but I believe he was kicked out 2/3 of the way in. And it was just like a revolving door of characters. And we are one of those characters, Jason Leffler, who is no longer with us. I believe it was a sprint car accident. Does that sound right? So far, pretty good qualifying lap. Crossing the line. 48.017. I'll put us fifth. Perfect. Just watching the leaderboard at the top scroll across here. Jim Englebright's in the field. Tony Raines. Jason Keller is a DEI car. Anyway. Let's free up the car just a bit. And off we go.
Tonight, it's super speedway action under the lights. MRN is live at the Daytona International Speedway this evening with flag-to-flag coverage of the Pepsi 400. This track is known by everyone, race fan or not, but But for these race teams, it's a glory all its own when you can get a win here.
The list of former winners here is very prestigious indeed. Who wouldn't want their name to
So our field fillers,
Maybe we'll add another
which the game randomly generates, seem to be Jim Englebright, who's a road course specialist,
The 2001 Daytona
Mike Skinner, Bobby Hamilton Jr. Who else did I see there?
He was pushed to the finish
We'll see.
line by Dale Jr. in that race, and he repaid the favor later that year, helping Jr. win his first race at Daytona in the Pepsi 400.
You can use the tool to curate individual starting grids for each race. I haven't gone that far, but it's pretty close. It's like 95% of the correct schemes and the correct drivers in this race. Skinner, Jason Keller is the, I guess that would be the 4th DEI car. Anyway, 4th of July weekend. Biffle won this race in real life. Let's see how we fare. It says we qualified 5th, but it seems we're rolling off 4th. Might be a bit of a bug there. Anyway, off we go. And we bring up the tool again. Yeah. I hope this game gets decompiled, because it's worth it, but it's tedious. Connect to the game. Overall AI difficulty. Default at this track is 80. We're going to go with 99. This is what I tested. Seemed to work. Calculate and apply life stats and difficulty. Disconnect. Click away from the tool. Boot the game. And, well, let's try and win the Pepsi 400. Off we go. And as you can see, they're a lot quicker than the game's default Legend AI. That's the fun of this, though. We are going to be hitting some crazy speeds. Crazy speeds comparatively, I should say. I'm not always going to have the mirror up because in this game, regardless of whether you play it on an emulator or an actual console, this game kind of chugs when the mirror's up and drawing all those cars. So I don't really want to have it on unless I absolutely need it. And off we go. We do not have friends. We're probably the only Pontiac in the top 20. Just throwing that out there. I'm not probably going to talk throughout the entire race. I'm going to try and focus on racing because this is pretty spicy AI. But if something comes up, I'll say something. The 31 just door us? I think they did. And you can probably tell if you've played this game at all in your past, this AI is not a pushover. Another part of this mod too, Andrew's figured out how to disable the air braking. that occurs when you're drafting someone, this game actually applies an auto brake to prevent you from bump drafting people. He found a way to turn that off. So we can actually tandem with people now. It's difficult, but you can ride someone's ass now and preserve your momentum. It's good. Kind of getting strung out right now. It's very much a 90s plate race. But we're holding down 5th. Car feels okay. I might need a partner, though. Because the 4 in front of us that are checked out, they might be losing us. Now, because the AI is so quick, the share draft feature actually matters, because you'll want them to work with you and stay in line with you. So you actually need this. In the vanilla game, it's kind of meaningless, but here it's integral for what we're doing. Because as you can see, the draft is so powerful and so integral to making up spots that we need to be able to hit a button that basically says, work with me. $150 to go. We need to buy the 42. But I mean, just look at the speeds, really. Fuel window's 40, so we really need to be in that lead pack by like lap 35. And so far, we're not making good progress. The AI can draft with each other in this game. So the fact that they pulled away like that, that's not good for us. Again, pretty simple fuel strategy. Pit at 40, 80, and 120. Cautions might fuck with that, though. McMurray's going to stay in our lane. This is what I mean. When you have an ally, you can tell him to basically work in your lane. Went from a feature that really didn't do anything in the initial game other than just to kind of cozy up to people after you'd hit them, to actually, I need this. Oh my god, we are flying. Can we tandem with people? Kind of. Didn't plan that right. Lost the draft at the wrong time. And the pack is here. Probably starting to see that the AI puts up a fight now. It's an interesting race. Work with McMurray here. Hopefully he'll change lanes. He will not. Man, look at the run the 12 got. Wow. Someone's on our inside. I can hear it. And now they're not. I believe we're doing okay on field, just running the draft like this. And most of the time I am foot to the floor, by the way. I do lift, but it's where you'd expect me to lift. Another inadvertently awesome part of this mod. You run so fast that the high groove is actually viable. I can't really tell if we're catching the leaders, but it's certainly fun. Look at that. The draft actually works between AI cars. It's awesome. And the 18 got around us. That was almost a wreck. And we are kind of bleeding spots now. Let's see if we can get back up there. It's like the first big test. Okay, when the AI is jacked up this high, can we actually make up spots? Oh, yeah. '18 actually checked up there. That was a little spooky. But we did. We gained spots. I think we might actually be catching people here, too. Possibly. Yep. We'll let her run. Gonna drop down in front of me? Thank you. Halfway on fuel, so yeah. Lap 40 is definitely the pit window. Considering we just got the warning at 23 laps in. Are we lapping people already? Nope, that's Jeff Gordon. That's for position. We've caught people. Good. And we are now in the top 5 once more. Can I bump draft? Nope. Got loose. Not a lot happening right now, honestly. We've caught some of the straggler cars. But there's a 2-car breakaway that's on a completely different straightaway than us. Or part of the straightaway, I should say. Whoa. Jim Englebright made a move on us. That wasn't smart. Almost got wrecked by a back marker. Could have lost the draft and made it not a very intriguing race for the first part of the stint. Or the final part of the stint, I should say. Come on. You can get around the 30. I believe in you. Now, in spite of that little incident with the 00, I believe it was the 00, the pack is catching us again. Dude, you gotta get around the 30. Can I force you to go low? I cannot. And the pack is coming. 10 laps till we pit. Saved a lot of fuel. Come on, man. We gotta go. Pack's coming. .42 does not want to pass the 30. Which sucks because the 42 100% has pace here. Is he finally going to make it? Let's see. Nope. It's promising. Man, he just can't pass 30 cars, so let's try and force the issue. Up to 4th now. Ooh, and this got interesting. Now the 24 is here. We got snookered. And McMurray indeed has pace right now. Holy shit, I can't believe that held without us wrecking. We're going to gain multiple spots on that run. Look at this. This race is great. I'm having fun. And we will be pitting soon, so the meta in this game on any super speedway is to pit for 4 tires and fuel. On traditional legend difficulty, sorry, that was slightly illegal. On traditional legend difficulty, you do not go quick enough to warrant 4 tires. But here, we're running about 10 mile an hour faster than you do at the game's highest difficulty. And it's causing the tires to actually wear on this setup. There, you can see. Now, in terms of pitting, we want to pit with other people. Because you lose 5 mile an hour into the draft. So we're actually going to pit with these people right here. Let's take some wedge out. It's too important. Didn't really want to pit early, but whatever. Off we go. And we're actually going to beat them out of pit road. Just barely, too. Or they're going to come out with us. That works. No merging penalties in this game. But what is important is that we partner up with one of these guys. Car's going to be a little more free this stint. That's good. And the sun has went behind the horizon. We'll hope Steve Park made the right adjustments and the car carries more speed than last stint. So far, he seems quick. One quarter of the race done. Making good time. Again, partnering with a 30 was huge. Come on. Don't check up for the lap car. Let's go. Kenny Wallace, what are you doing? That killed a lot of our momentum. That sucks. But position-wise, we're in a good spot. We're just gonna hang out like this for this stint. Save some fuel. Just gotta make it we gotta try and stretch things to lap 80 to be on my cycle. Now we're making awesome time right now. There's an irony in the Net Zero car and the AOL car working together, but whatever. Yeah, they get skittish when you tap them in the rear. That kind of sucks. So you can tandem with them, but not really. Handling-wise, we're in a pretty good spot, I think. And the pack behind us is not catching us either. No, it's integral I don't lose the draft with Steve Park. Because, I mean, look how fast we are together. And we are 100% catching the leaders. I've also kind of gotten used to what speeds I should be hitting at what part of the track. If we're exiting turn 2 at 193, we are moving. And there are your leaders. Again, it's crazy that we're going so quick that the high line's now viable. And this car is capable of a 45, it seems. But I just don't want to break the draft, right? Oh my god, that run out of the corner. This is pretty cool, guys. I'm pretty happy with this. Now, I wonder what's going to happen with these 4 cars. Or these 2 cars in front of us. 4 of us total. Are we all going to combine into a pack? And it's going to be a shootout between us, which is kind of how the 04 Daytona 500 ended. I feel like I'm getting crazy fuel mileage running the draft of the 30 car. It seems like the 30 has a better run off 4 than I do. So I gotta just make sure I tuck in real close to him going into 3. So he doesn't get too far ahead. And we have caught what looks to be Tony Stewart. And we've got Kenny Wallace again, who definitely slowed up the 20. Kenny, what are you doing? Oh no, that fucked up a lot of things. I can't catch the 20 car. I need Steve Park to get back up here, because that was working. It's working really well. Grinding away at track position. Or really the delta, I should say. Come on. Now I have to get this absolutely perfect, otherwise I'll lose the draft from the 30 as well. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Even better, he's pinned to the bottom now. Didn't really see the point in him running the top. Man, we're gaining speed in the corner. Look at this. Now, can I do this? It's a gamble. Friendship ended with Steve Park. Tony Stewart's my new best friend. What a wild race, though, with modded AI. We basically increased their difficulty by 20 points. And this is now a 3-car race. That is Jimmy Johnson in the SpongeBob car. We've got to run. Guess we don't really need to fight for the lead, though, do we? New leader, Tony Stewart. So I guess right now we're going to experiment with bump drafting and see what works. So if I tap and enable share draft at the same time, what happens? That kind of worked. Try it again next lap. And there was some sort of wreck off 4, but no yellow. Small wreck. Not a lot of smoke. Yeah, let's turn into a 90s plate race. Again, I really want to get to lap 80. Haven't got the halfway on fuel notification yet, so I think we might have stretched it pretty well this run. Oh, we just got it. Shit. Do like that we're running the bottom now, though. Man, that's so cool. Look how close we can get in the corners without the auto braking enabled. Yeah, I can't really tandem with him. He just wiggles and gets spooked. So I guess our game plan is to pit when the 20 pits. Coming up on Kenny Wallace again. Probably down a cylinder. Yo, you have to get by him, bro. So we're at the boring part of the race. Less than 100 to go, though. And we are just saving fuel. Can we stretch it to lap 80? It's going to be close. And it'll probably be the same game plan. 4 tires, full fuel. Handling seems to matter now. There's obviously not a readout that shows you fuel burn per lap, but I have a feeling the draft this stint has helped us immensely. It's about 0.25 per lap, my guess. Let's see, crossing the line with 4.2 gallons in the tank. Casey Mears with a blown motor on the ground. Or on the apron, I should say. I believe he might be the first retirement or the second retirement. Okay, 3.9. Yeah, it's about 2.75 to 2.5. Or 0.25. Nope, never mind. It is... yeah, 0.25 gallons per lap. And now we have worn tires. The only complaint I have so far is that we're not in a pack. Because that's kind of integral to the NASCAR experience. But it happens a lot in this game. Especially on super speedways, the leaders just tend to get strung out. And same deal, I do kind of have to prepare for the 20 to pit because we need to be paired up with someone. Otherwise we lose just way too much time. That was close. Car got tight. I might have to take even more wedge out of it, which is crazy. All 4 tires worn now. Handle's fine. Little tight on entry. But it could be dirty air, which is a thing in this game. What is a 20 car going to do? Are you going to pit? Because I will have to come in with you. That is non-negotiable. '20 is about to get held up by the 16, which in real life won this race. Is that the 16? Yeah, it's 16. We've caught a big mess of cars. Look at this. What's the play here? 20 is not pitting. Hamilton Jr. goes in the pits. This, unironically, might extend our range by quite a lot. And who is the culprit that's holding everyone up? It is Kenny Wallace, once again, in the 23 car. I think it's a Bill Davis racing car? Don't quite remember. What is going on? And we are pitting soon. I'd expect this lap. No. And we have help, too. Lap car help, but still help. They finally got out of that cluster. Yeah, I'm going to take a turn and wedge out. For sure. The 20 is still not going in yet. But you know what? That's on schedule with us. The longer we stay out, the better. Are we coming in this lap? Maybe. Nope, still not coming in. That's alright, we got about 3 laps of fuel left. Just a matter of time. And I completely miscalculated that corner. I'm going to guess they're coming in. And there they go. And we just got to hope we come out with the 16 and the 20. 4 tires and fuel. Turn a wedge out. Let's go, let's go. We have beaten the 20 car out. We have not. I could have done something really cool there, but didn't want to risk it. And plus, we need to save fuel. So our next pit stop, our final pit stop, is going to be lap 120. And I think I might risk it with 2 tires. I feel like that's not a bad idea. Dude, you got it. You got to go. You got to go, man. The 35 car is not helping us right now. '18's on our outside. Well, this pack of cars kind of works. I mean, it's a massive draft tow. I'm still not really where I want to be, though. I cannot let the 20 get away. It's a big run. Man, so much of this race right now has descended into cars trapped several laps down due to the fuel strategy. Holy shit. Oh, we gotta run. And it's because of Kenny Wallace, who's out there running on 7 cylinders. Now, I do not want to be leading the pack, so we're going to let some lap cars go by. Intentionally. And basically use them to save gas. I swear in the Thunder 03 Pepsi 400 I did. I saved fuel behind the 18. I don't want to say anything yet just to jinx it, but we might be going caution free here. I'm very bored, but it is what it is. It's a plate race. It's disappointing that the field gets strung out in EA games, because this was shaping up to be a good race. And we've caught another back marker. Don't know who that is. Might be Tony Raines. Probably Tony Raines. Man, I lifted once. That's all it took. I will probably catch up when we hit Kenny Wallace again. But I did not need to be running in clean air for the sake of fuel mileage here. It's really not good. I basically have to hope right now that someone pits early. And then comes out of the pit and cycles out in front of me, because this is not good. It's whoever's behind me is going to catch me, which I believe involves the 20 car. Yeah, we're running 48s now. Slow. And there's a pack of cars coming. But I was really hoping to make use of that pack in front of me. Because look how far away they are right now. And here they come. Led by what appears to be the 20 car, who I'm racing for position. It's not optimal. And look how quick they're coming up on me, thanks to the draft. I'm going to run the bottom. Kenny Wallace appears on the horizon again. That didn't really help our case right there. Lap 99. And Tony Stewart really got messed up in that pack. He fell way back. Two Roush cars behind us. We'll probably follow the 16. If we can get behind them right away, which we can. Start clawing back the Delta all over again. Lap 100, 60 to go. Okay, positive note, 16's flying. It's good. Halfway through the fuel run, we haven't got the halfway warning light for the fuel yet. So we're actually hitting our target of at least 40 laps per tank. Halfway on fuel light with 38 to go. It's good. We are in danger of losing the draft, though. These guys are fucking flying. And we have caught the 18 once again. This seems to be a pretty good group to run with. If I lost him again? That's not good. I have. And I really don't have anyone around me to help out. Yeah, I really don't have much to say other than I wish EA games, the pack stayed together on super speedways. We're getting the tire warn notification with only 10 laps left in the stint. It's doing pretty good. Kenny Wallace is out there collecting points. Some cars early pitting, that was either the 9 or the 19. Don't need to yet, though. We've stretched this pretty well. Definitely wish we were hooked up with someone, though. Needed that track position. That is, I believe, the 16 and the 35 behind us. We're going to let them by. Is that Kenny Wallace in front of us again? Yeah, that is. He must have pit early. Hope we've got a tow. Come on. Just barely. But they might run away from us on the back straight. Yep. Didn't time that well. Hamilton goes into the pits. Means all we can really do right now is chase down Greg Biffle and hope someone merges in front of us that we can work with. But we're not in a bad spot. We're leading. Biffle pits. We still largely don't need to until lap 120. Jeff Gordon goes a lap down. We may have help in front of us in the form of Tony Stewart. But I believe Mark Martin is going to get there before us. We'll draft off him for a lap or so before we pit. Again, 0.25 gallons per lap we're burning, so about 5 laps till we got a pit. Lap 120, pit windows open, but we can stretch this for a few laps. Yeah, we can. And look all that ground we've made up on the 20 car. And we're saving fuel too. Yeah, I know fuel tank's almost empty. We will pit next time. I could probably take a half round of wedge out of it too. And off we go for our final pit stop of the race. Nailed it. All 4 tires, full can of fuel, or 2 cans of fuel. Repair the damage, but we don't really have any. And where we pop out is where we pop out, and we just hope that the pack is spread out enough that I can find someone to tandem with, and that'll take us to the end. Bit of a slow pit stop, 16 seconds. The estimate was quicker. And I might have timed that okay. Immediately we hook up with a 16 car. And he should take us to the end. What was that, 35 to go? 36? Yo, that can't be Kenny Wallace again. That's Kenny Wallace again. Kind of looked like the Tide car from far away, but guess not. So this will slow us up a little bit. AI pathfinding. Can't really get around him. Although that was probably the smoothest we've gotten around him all race. $35 to go. And we don't need to pit. We're good on fuel and tires. If there's a random yellow, it doesn't affect us. We just stay out. Seems like the AI has more speed in the corner, but we're faster on the straights, and it kind of evens itself out with the draft. Again, it would be great if this game was decompiled, recompiled, because you could tweak all that. Get it to a really good place. '16's going to pick up the draft off the 18. We're really going to fly now. Yeah, there's the draft. Yeah, we can get right on his ass. And then he pulls away in the corner. Pulls a little on the straight, but we're there already. Yeah, bump drafting doesn't really work. It's good that Andrew and the guys found a way to turn off the auto brake, because that was stupid. But you still can't really push people in this game. $30 to go. $31 to go. It's almost like for this to be fair, you gotta run it without a setup. Because you can just do too much in the garage area that's too advantageous for the player. And the AI are kind of baked into whatever setup they're using by default. Without stating the obvious, I know who I'm following. It just played out that way. I just think it's crazy we're going so quick compared to Vanilla Legend that we're running the high line and getting crazy runs off the corner. Like, look at that. Once again, we've passed the 23 car. Or we're passing the 23 car. Checks us all up a bit. Kind of an uneventful race. Just throwing that out there. Can't tell if that's Kenseth or the 66 or the 4 in front of us. That is the 4 car. Which means we can probably go on a run here. '16 already had that thought. Alright. I really want to run a ridiculous lap time in the draft. I think I might have to try here. Just not sure how to set it up. I think I gotta be following the 4 to the line, get a massive run, and then try and tandem with the 97 in front of us. Let's try. Let's go for a mega lap here. Nope. Didn't get it. Didn't get the run I needed. Actually, let's try this again here. Let's go. Let the 4 by. This might be it. Not a good start crossing the line. No. It's going to be trickier to organize than I thought. We got to get around on the cars in front of us, and I got to be a very specific position back from the 4. That is the Pirates of the Caribbean Kodak car. Who's actually running pretty well right now. We've saved almost a whole gallon of gas by being in the draft most of this stint. So we're at the halfway point of the stint. I've still got almost 8 gallons in the tank. Kind of nuts when you think about it. And now we're just going for a track record. And we might be able to do it. Because now we're starting to catch, I believe, the 49 of Ken Schrader in front of us. Had the lift of the line. I think we can do it in one more lap. Caught Schrader too early. Oops. We're actually going to lose the draft here. Oops. All I did was hesitate a little bit. Now we gotta wait for the dot behind us to catch up. That's crazy. I lifted once and lost the draft. 15 to go. Now, if my math is right, we should see cars pitting soon. Because if everyone was short and pitting by about 3 laps per stint, that ends up being a 9-lap deficit now. So I can make it to the end, but they can't by 9 laps. So they will start pitting around 149. Handling, or grid-wise, I really don't know who that is behind us, and I don't know how far ahead we are. I have a feeling, though, our strategy was just so precise that we might have lapped the entire field twice over, which sucks because I increased the difficulty by how much, and it still doesn't offset a good pit strategy. Or I should really say, bad pit strategy from the AI. Because that's really what's happening here. That is Jim Inglebright behind us, and he is flying. Like, obnoxiously so. And we've got Kenny Wallace again. Let the 00 by. He'll struggle with the 23 car. And come on. You can do it. Dude, I believe in you. You can do it. Yeah. And we should start to see cars pit this lap. If not next. Or is my math wrong? Maybe it'd be lap 151. Yeah. 9 deficit from the end, 160 minus 9. It's 151. Ah, there's some people going in. We've already had our last stop, so... If anything, we pit 1 less than everybody else. Coming to the line with 10 to go. This is really boring, but I'm glad I did it, so I didn't accidentally put any more time into Thunder without knowing that this is the experience. Again, it's cool people are modding this game, but I jacked up the difficulty 20% and I still won by, I believe, a 2-lap gap. the AI pit strategy is just kind of ruins the game. It's fun when you were a kid because the races are really, you just do like your quick little sprint races. But any sort of half distance or full distance race, I mean, it's over. Now, are they that slow or are we just flying? Really just didn't see the benefit of being behind the 00. Overall, it's not a quick car. Alright, maybe this is the magical 45 lap. It could be. Nope. I have some kind of toe. And 49 spitting. 4 to go. Man, how many cars did I lap? Really sad I didn't run a 45. And I think I tucked in with these guys too late. We'll see, though. That is Mike Skinner behind us. In real life, I don't think Mike Skinner drove that car, though. The Pirates car. I think Morgan McClure was becoming musical chairs at this point. One to go. And that's it. That's Pepsi 400. Caution free. 3-stop strategy. 99% AI difficulty. Up from the game's default of 80, which is what the Legend preset is for this track. We got it. And we are extremely far ahead. 2 hours and 8 minutes. This is a quick race. We lapped everyone except second place. It was fun, kind of. But I think it shows that no matter how much you mod Thunder 04, the AI pit strategy is just way too conservative and not even really thinking about it, but just saving fuel a little bit, you'll win every time. So while I enjoyed this as a kid immensely, and pretty much everyone did, it kind of sucks that it don't work too hot when you try doing full race runs on it. Anyway, let's take a look at the stats. New fastest lap of 46.28. We lapped everyone except Tony Raines. Tony Raines apparently had an elite strategy. What a fucking weird running order this is. 2 cars finish on the lead lap. '27th place on back, went 2 laps down. Andretti had motor issues. Robbie Gordon with motor issues. Kenny Wallace was down out there on a fucked up cylinder. Rusty Wallace, Kyle Petty, early retirements. Waltrip, Blaney, lots of people. And Kevin Harvick blew up on the first lap. Mark Martin did that at Daytona in 2004, didn't he? Like lap 6 of 200, just blew the motor. We only had a couple leaders. Tony Stewart led 30. Jimmy Johnson led 55. I led 75. That's it. Thanks for coming out.